we're back reviewing Dust, an Elysian Tale. It's from Noogie.com and developed by Humble Hearts. It's a one-person development team and ported by our good friend Flippity Floppity Floop, Mr. Ethan Lee. This is a combo-based hacky-slashy beat-em-up, otherwise known as Furry Simulator 2013, starring a furry samurai with possibly the worst fashion sense ever. I mean, teal, really teal. This will run you about $7.49 on Steam. It's 50% off until January 2nd, so if you want to pick that up, you should go do that. And if you had 0.4 ounces of hack silver, you can also buy it. So, we have our crazy-ass review metric based on lawn chairs. Van, why don't you show them the chair explanation? All right. So 1 chair means that it's absolute garbage. 2 chairs means that it's meh. 3 chairs means that it's pretty good. And 4 chairs means that Pedro won't stop talking about it, even though we tell him to shut up again and again and again and again and again and again and again. And
break out of it, man.
No, yeah. I had a break in that loop. Anyways, we also have our categories. Odoo mixed with the working, which basically tells you how well it works under Linux. And this is on Aurora, Fedora, and Ubuntu. Actually, this is Zubuntu because it has XFCE on it. I don't know what the distinction is anymore. It's kind of stupid. We also got Shiny and Sounds. How does it look? How does it sound? Controls are self-explanatory. And our final and only subjective category, fun. So why don't we kick this off? Ven, how did Dust and Elysian Tale work for you?
How did it work for me?
Oh, right, yeah, I guess it's worth mentioning. Sorry to cut you off. This is a Microsoft Studios port on Linux.
Yes.
Wrap your brain organ around that.
That was something I posted when I first saw it. I was playing the DRM free version when it first came out, and Flippity Jibbity was like, I was like, yoink. Open it up, and it's like Microsoft Studio. I was like, strange times, these. Yeah. But no, let's talk makes with working on a vanilla system and Ubuntu 1204 LTS 32-bit 770 powered. I actually want to give this 5 chairs, but we only have 4. And the reason I say I want to give it 5 for makes with the working is I originally started out with the DRM free non-Steam version. Probably put about 35-40 minutes into it, and was like, all right, this has no business being fun. It's like, it's kind of fun. Then the Steam version finally was available, and I was like, and I had that moral decision of like, do I want to go through all this again? I just installed it and pulled it up. I was like, oh yeah, here's your save game from that DRM free version that was off Steam. It's there for you, man. No issue. And I was like, brilliant. So, makes with the working. 4 chairs. J-Man?
I was honestly surprised that a Microsoft port would be running so flawlessly under Linux. But, you know what? You can still be surprised these days. 4 chairs.
On.
Mix with the working. Oh, right, yes. Forgetting that. I need to stop doing drugs. I don't do drugs. This is a Fedora 2670 powered box with crap ton of SSDs.
4 chairs.
4 chairs. 4.
B-man.
Pedro. On the calculator,
my
running
4-year-old
Corolla
calculator running Corolla 19 32-bit with an AMD 5650 HD. No problems. None whatsoever. 4 chairs.
Well, that's exciting news. 4 chairs from Mix with the working. Again, boggles my mind that a Microsoft port. Well, really, it's just Microsoft Studios. You need to have a publisher to publish on Xbox Live, so it kind of makes sense. Microsoft had very little to do with this. Shiny and Sounds, Ven. How did this game look and sound?
Well, let's take a little look at some video, shall we?
Sure, because we can't show you any gameplay footage that we've recorded.
Might be a bad idea.
Content ID.
Shiny and Sounds. The game, hand-painted. It looks beautiful, minus the monsters. They really look like a lot of them. Not all of them, but the ones that you kill en masse, they really look like they're phoned in. So, nothing perfect with that. The background noise is acceptable, and the voice work is pretty good, at least up until the point where Pedro spoiled it for all of us by bringing something up that I'm sure he'll get into later.
God, don't make this gay, then.
Giggity. So, to give it what it is, I'm going to give it 3 cheers. It is beautiful. I just wish some of the actual baddies had a bit more art thrown into it. A lot of them do, but some of them don't, especially with like the zombies. The teeth munchy things look alright, but the initial guys that you're offing left and right, they just stick figure looking type.
Spiky
bits.
blobs.
Yeah. So, J-Man.
For what it is, the graphics look pretty good. I mean, it's anime styled, so it's gonna look like some sort of Jap animation thing. Yeah, but the backgrounds look pretty good. The character models look pretty good. I will agree with Ben that the villains can get a bit bland and a bit poorly drawn, but that doesn't really detract too much from it. I want to ding it a chair for, oh, yes, fidgets. Fidgets. Who the fuck thought that putting a Navi in this game would be good? But I digress.
Listen.
Shut up, Pedro.
Hey,
I digress. Not enough to spoil my enjoyment of the game, so I will give this 3 cheers for Shiny and Sound.
B-Man.
Yeah, I think, yeah, that's basically it. Fidget. I get that the voice actress, which you may know her from DBZ and Attack on Titan Abridged, she plays Chi-Chi and Mikasa, respectively.
God, don't make this gay, Pedro.
I'm not into guys with vaginas.
Apparently
she
you're not into women with vaginas
is...
either.
Buck Angel. Yeah.
But
I get that she's purposefully making Fidget sound annoying, but purposefully annoying is still annoying.
if you listen really closely, it's the same voice that she uses for Chaozu on DBZ Bridge too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is where I just had the big old fuck you, Pedro, for bringing that up, because now it's a Pokemon Vegeta.
It's a Pokemon Vegeta.
So,
you self-destruct.
where are we at, J-Man?
Pedro needs to give it a chair rating.
He already did.
I did.
Did you? 3 chairs. All right, so that's 3 chairs for Shiny and Sound, so that's pretty good. Moving on to our control section. Then, I know you're a bit hammered right now, but did you feel like you were in control?
Terribly hammered. Terribly. Yeah, I barely can think. X-Clone controller, man. I mean, seriously, it makes me think that for some strange, bizarre moon reason, this game was designed for an Xbox controller. I don't know why. It's just a pressing thing
idea.
in the back of my brain organ. When it comes down to control, they're absolutely tight. I did enjoy them. Work with some, thumbsticks. Sit back experience. Basically, it's a lot of XY, XY, XY. You're not really giving it a full workout. The menus are logically laid out with the little lefty-righty control buttons. I at first wanted and was like, I could do this with a wireless dribble and keyboard. And I was like, I don't know this, actually. It's workable. So, control. Absolutely, if you have an X-Clone controller or PS whatnots or the Logitech FX series, I'm just going to give this a 4 chairs. Out of the box, J-Man.
Yeah, this game is button mashing. You mash B and you mash Y and you mash X and you mash A, and crazy stuff happens, and there are whirlwinds and fireballs and blizzards and all sorts of wacky crap. And then a bunch of people explode and you get money. So that's certainly a thing. Yeah, there isn't really much rhyme or reason to the controls once you actually use them in practice. It's just spinny thing, // spinny thing, spell, spinny thing, and so on. I do find that I end up air dashing quite a bit because it's the most effective way to do damage and not get hit. But yeah, I'll give this 3 chairs for control. It works pretty well.
Ven said that it felt like it was meant for the clone controller. It felt like it was meant for this one too, because everything worked out of the box. The layout was sensible. It's exactly the same as the X-Bone controller for once. Go SDL2. And it's the first non-wine game to make it rumble. 4 chairs.
That got you excited, didn't it?
Oh yeah.
Then you were
Why was
then
in
you
his
were
pants
like,
half
oh my
the
God,
time,
it's
didn't he?
vibrating.
Repeatedly.
You got those Snapchats.
Oh yeah. I really wish I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
But anyways, that's 3 chairs for control. Now for our final subjective category, fun. So,
fun.
Ben, did you have fun?
I will give this an asteroid because I'm going to give this 4 chairs, and I'll put that up there in just a moment after I get done saying this. The reason I'm using an asteroid for this, an asterisk or whatever her name is if you're looking for a sit-back, button-mashing platform experience, this is a brilliant game. Not a whole lot of strategy involved. The world-building thing, once you realize that enemies in the sky are called roads,
Yeah.
how to fuck with a game, because there was more than once where I was in
Air
a place
juggle.
where I was not where I was supposed to be, and I like take 3 steps and the game's like, oh, we need enemies, and I was like, what the hell? And everybody landed around me. That's brilliant. I mean, it's kind of mindless, not much to a story. You pretty much figure out what the story is going to go in the first 45 minutes, so not a whole lot to that. Strategy, no, you can instantly become overpowered in the first hour, and you're just curb stomping everything left and right, trying to look good doing it. You realize how overpowered you are when you see like 30 enemies, and your first thoughts, okay, jump in the middle of them, so I can
get the
mash
most.
X a bunch.
right, exactly. So for that, if you're looking for something that requires like strategy, planning, and all that, maybe a 3 chair. But if you're just looking for sit back, chill out, fun, definitely 4 chairs on that. So that is what I'm giving it.
With an asteroid.
Asterisks.
Asterisk?
You don't have a picture of that queued up. You have it in the show notes, though. It took me a second to recognize her, too. Anyways, subjective category. So this is a fun little side-scrolling beat-em-up with the sort of level design kind of reminiscent of Metroid, where you sort of wander around and fight stuff and wander back and fight more stuff.
Oh, the map.
The map. Yeah, that's certainly something.
Yeah, about 2 hours in, you realize, I better start using this.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I've been here already. Where am I? Who am I? No, like I said, it's a fun side-scrolling beat-em-up. The art style may be off-putting for some, but if you can look past that, the core gameplay is actually really, really fun. It's an addictive little thing. I'll give it that. I will say the rumbling constantly gets kind of annoying. It's just like, oh, why are you doing this? There's stuff around me, or I don't know what.
You weren't around for the PS2 era, were you?
Oh, I was, but I don't even recall that much rumbling. That might just be rose-tinted glasses, though. But like I said, the combat strategy gets a bit weak at times because you just do air dash, air dash, air dash, air dash, spell, air dash, air dash, air dash, air dash, and then everything's dead. After you just have to be patient, and then everything dies. Or if it's just like the one-hit mooks, you just clear them out in 1 or 2 hits. But like I said, fun side-scrolling beat 'em up. Would play again. 3 chairs.
All right.
Pedro.
For what it is, it's a stupidly fun game. And if I had to point out one flaw, I guess
Oh,
it's
just
the
don't go
exact same
Castlevania on
flaw
it.
that its Metroidvania roots had. It's the incessant amount of backtracking you have to do in order to progress.
You mean Castlevania 2?
I think you're thinking of Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest.
Yeah,
What a
Castlevania 2
horrible
and the
night for
later
us.
Metroids 2. Yeah, there was a lot of backtracking and... Okay, I get it. They're trying to squeeze a couple of more hours into the game, but come on. Yeah, every time you unlock a new ability, something that allows you to get to somewhere you wouldn't be able to get to before, guess what? Go to the map, go through every other place you've been through.
Well, P-Man, I'm sure you, like many other people, when you saw, it was like, how the fuck do I slide?
Yeah. Yeah, you have to unlock sliding.
But I mean, like, you can't really do anything until you unlock those abilities at the beginning of the game.
No, you just see
Like,
a lot
oh,
of places
I
that
can't
you
expect
realize
you to
that you're
unlock
going to
that.
be going back to.
Yeah, a lot of them. And it's really my one gripe with this game. It's the amount of backtracking you have to do. 3 chairs.
So with that comes to 3 chairs total for the fun category. And now to total it all up, drum roll please.
Beep, 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 doop, beep, 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 beep.
3 chairs.
3 chairs, and
3 chairs. And if you go to our chair explanation, 3 chairs is check it out. Definitely check this game out. It is worth your money.
Right now it is absolutely priced to sell, even outside of the Humbly Boondly, which was available for yeah.
You can pick it up, like I said, you can pick it up for 50% off until January 2nd. So if you're watching this live, and you should be watching this live.
Just one pro tip. You know there's fanfic about this furry stuff, especially about this game? Don't search for it, just don't.
Yeah, really don't.
Oh.
I mean,
Why?
the
You
art
don't want to see what happens
style
to Fidget?
is